welcome to my POA podcast, Black Hand and Beyond. Tonight is episode 103. Our special guest this evening that'll be joining us here in a minute is Maci Scher from Indiana. She is the high point in the nation this year, her and her pony MRF Out of the Blue. So this is the fourth year that we've paid tribute to the top 10, the winner of the top 10 high point in the nation. It's a very special honor, and it's been going on for decades, long time in the POA. So I'm honored to have her as a guest tonight. It's Tuesday night. It almost stormed here. It's going to storm later tonight, so I almost had to postpone the show. I'm glad I didn't. So I hope people can join us tonight and watch live. We have a couple people listening already. If we have any technical issues, please just let me know. I think everything's running smooth. So I want to bring in our special guest right now. Maci, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. You sound good. You sound real loud from Indiana there. You're on a little different time frame than us. You're on Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yep,
so
7:30.
7:30. So you actually won the high point in the 10 through 13 group, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you have one more year in that group?
Yep, one more year.
So you're one of my youngest guests on the show. I don't think you're the youngest. I think Levi still has that. So, we interviewed Levi about 3 or 4 years ago, and then his sister Brooklyn won it the next year, and then Campbell last year. You know Campbell, I'm sure. Yeah. So now you joined that. The first year I wasn't smart enough to think about it. So when I first started this in March of 21, whoever won in 20. But tell me a little bit about the horse you rode. You went to 41 shows, right? And racked up
41.
over 8,000 points. That's a lot of points. So you told me off the air that Maggie's the barn name. Tell me a little bit about MRF Out of the Blue and the bond you have with her.
Well, she's something. She's depends on the day.
Depends on the day, yeah.
Depends on the day. She's different every day.
Yeah.
She's a great pony, though.
How old is she?
She's 19. She just turned.
Oh,
she's 19.
Okay, so she was 18 last year when you guys won the title. So, okay. And how long have you had her?
5 years.
5 years. You've been riding her for 5 years. Has she been your main horse for 5 years, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I know you show. So I started going through the high points. There's 14 sheets, if you didn't know, of high point winners, and I started highlighting with a yellow pen every time I seen your name, and I started to get a cramp in my hand, so I stopped because you're on every sheet pretty much. So in halter and riding, so you had a 2-year-old mare that you won number 1 in the nation with, right? A 2-year-old filly.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's that?
Thank You Next.
Thank You Next. Okay, I think that one come from Wisconsin, right? Thank You Next. Yeah, and then Simply Irresistible, you won the brood mares with her. And then you also ride TS Impulsive Rewind Repeat.
Yes, he's my ex-pony and my pleasure pony.
Oh, okay. All right. So you ride him and Eck. And then the Blue, I noticed you did pretty well in the Western classes, like kind of more the ranch and the rating and stuff with Maggie. Yeah. I'm going to show
trail jumping.
Yeah. Has she ever had a baby? Probably not. She's been busy showing. Yeah, that's all right.
Never had a baby.
She can be a show horse. She earned the right to be a show horse, right?
Yep.
So here I have a picture of you with a whole bunch of ribbons and 3-time National Congress champion. It says that was just last year. So,
yep.
Yeah. Last year was your first Congress?
Yeah, it was my first Congress.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So, when you go to 41 shows, that's a lot of shows to go to. 4 big ones. There's 4 big shows, so regionals and stuff. And then you guys have some cool shows in Indiana. I imagine you go to Boo Bash, right?
Yes, I love that show.
Yeah, I've heard that's a good show. So here's some other. I love this black and white picture here. That's a good picture of you and Maggie. So your mom.
Yeah.
I want to thank your mom Autumn for sending me these pictures. So if you don't like some of these pictures, blame her, not me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So how old were you when you started showing POAs?
Mm, 8.
You were 8? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So a long time. Not quite half your
Yep.
life yet, but
No, not quite.
did you show anything else before POAs, or did you start out riding those?
I showed pigs and cows.
Okay. So do you live on a farm out there in Indiana?
Yep.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So do
We
you
raise show pigs and stuff and all that.
show pigs, and yeah, you still show, so you're still showing the pigs and everything.
Yes.
That's cool. There you are jumping a little jump. They're probably in Hunter Hack. There you're. She's pretty fast, isn't she?
Yeah.
Maggie's pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember where she came from? Where did you get her from? Putting you on the spot a little bit.
Kay Conrad helped me find her. We got her in Michigan.
Okay. All right. I like this picture. You're turning a barrel here. So.
Carolyn always bred her.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yep.
I know that person. Okay. So besides the pigs and stuff, do you have any dogs or cats or?
I have 4 dogs and a whole bunch of barn cats.
A whole bunch of barn cats, yeah, I imagine. How about goats? You guys got any goats?
Yes, we have 4 goats.
4 goats. Do you show those?
We got well, not yet, but we have
yet.
2 babies that were born today.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yep.
Okay. What color are they?
Brown.
Brown.
Boar
Yeah.
goat.
Oh, they're boar goats. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're brown. Sometimes they can be brown and white. Yeah. So are you
Yep.
in FFA or 4-H or anything? Probably 4-H, right?
I'm in 4-H. I'm homeschooled, so I can't really do FFA. So.
All right, that's fine.
Oh,
There you are chasing a number 8 there. It looks like a steer or a calf.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you like the Western type stuff?
Yeah, we cattle sort most of the time in the winter.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's your favorite classes at all these shows when you go to? What's the stuff you really like to do the most?
I like the contesting and the jumping. I like the adrenaline in it.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
You might be a barrel racer when you grow up.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So, what's your favorite subject in school? What do you like to? What interests you in school?
I like reading.
Reading?
I like all that stuff.
Well, that comes in handy.
Yep.
See, when you're my age, you fall asleep when you read. So don't get old, because I like to read too. But I get to chapter 2, and next thing I know, it's bedtime. I'm sleeping. So, do you have any siblings?
I have 1 brother.
1 brother, huh? Is he older or younger?
He's younger. He's 6.
Oh man. So you got to do more of the chores probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't realize you were a farm girl. That's cool. Well, that's cool. Because, a lot of equestrians, they go to stables or whatever, and they don't grow up on a farm. Some grow up on hobby farms. Like I basically grew up on a little, like a 10-acre hobby farm. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so how about sports? Are you into sports? Well, you're at home. You're homeschooled. So some kids go to some. I know in Minnesota, I have some friends that they still can go to the events. You know what I mean, and participate. That's just how it is with that athletic.
Or showing livestock's my sport. So.
Yeah, that's very rewarding too. And with all the shows you go to and all the animals to take care of, that is enough to do. So do you see showing horses your whole life? Do you think at this point? In your age, you think you'll be an equestrian? Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully you stay in POAs.
Yes, I plan to.
Oh, good. You just became one of my top guests. You got in the top 10 list, so we won't tell that to everybody that's been on the show. But so do you like pedigrees or anything like that? Are you into stuff like that, or more just the showing?
More just the showing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you don't mind showing halter, though, so that's cool. I always liked showing halter because I liked how the horses, with the conformation and how they were built and stuff,
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't look good riding like you look good riding, so, you're an equestrian, so I didn't look that good, so I had to show halter. So I didn't even show showmanship. I was too self-conscious to do that, so.
Yeah, showmanship I don't know. It's not my favorite.
You ended up second in the nation in that, so you must
Yeah.
be pretty good in that. How did you do in Congress in that? Did you place at Congress in showmanship? Because that's tough.
Pretty sure I was fourth at Congress in
Were you?
showmanship.
Well, you might not like it, but you're good at it then.
My mom forces me to do showmanship.
She
So,
forces you to, well, for high points, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Not that bad.
So I don't know much what 13-year-olds like to listen to. What kind of music you listen to? You can educate me a little bit.
I listen to everything. I like country. I like rock. I like rap.
Country? Do you like Jelly Roll?
Not really.
No. How about Taylor Swift?
No.
that was a quick no.
It was a quick no.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I'm glad you didn't give Jelly Roll. I don't know. I'm on the fence about Jelly Roll. I'm more of a George Strait guy. So.
Me too. I like older stuff.
Right. Yeah. I grew up with Brooks and Dunn, and I was actually pretty much, about graduated when they come around, but I got to see
What
them.
do you listen to?
I listen to 80s type rock and country, old country.
Me too.
Oh, you do too? Do you listen to rock music?
Yeah.
Do you know like Motley Crue and bands like that? What?
Yes.
Boy, you're really going up. You might be in the top 5 now, Maci. So I might have to have you back as a guest. So.
Okay, I'll come back.
You'll come back. Okay,
I'll
that's
come
good.
back. We can talk about our music too.
We can talk about the music, yeah. Then so I figured maybe your mom was into like Journey and that type of music and stuff, but I'm surprised. That's good.
Not really.
No.
My dad doesn't really either.
No, maybe your dad's in the country. Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, here's the big question. So you're 13 years old, so you've been showing POAs since you were about 8 or so. What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to be in life?
It depends on the day.
I like that answer.
Yeah, depends what the weather looks like. When it's warm, I want to do horses for the rest of my life and train horses. But when it gets cold, I'm gonna go to cosmetology school.
Cosmetology school, stay inside. Yeah, get an inside job where there's a heater and an air conditioner in the summer.
I wouldn't mind going to college and riding for an equestrian team. I feel like that seems like fun. I'd do that.
Right? Yeah, that's a good avenue for sure. A lot of POA kids do that. So
yeah, seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet you'd be great at that. So and then get your education, and there you go. That way, if it gets too cold, you got your education to fall back on, and you don't have to be in a. Is there a lot of indoor arenas in Indiana or in Indiana?
Yeah, there's a few.
Few, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up north, so you've seen a lot of them. Some of them, they weren't insulated a lot of times, but at least they were sheds to keep the snow off you. So.
Yep. Most of them, they're not heated, but they're everywhere.
So. Right. Do you get much snow there where you guys are at?
This year we got what? Foot? Right? Maybe.
Really? Yeah. We're supposed to get a bad storm. Maybe not that much snow. Maybe 4 or 5 inches. But there was gonna be an ice storm last night, and it missed us. So, because I almost had to call you. Yeah, there too. I almost had to call you and tell you, oh, sorry, we got to postpone, but I didn't. So, because the weather missed us. So
that's good.
So, of all your pets, what's do you lean towards the horses more, or do you see yourself raising animals when you grow up besides horses?
Yeah, right now we have like 300 plus pigs that we're raising, and it's sale season, so plan to raise pigs hopefully and horses, and we raise baby goats now apparently, and we have baby cows.
Yeah, two goats today. So
yeah,
what do you call a baby goat?
Kid.
Yep, that's right. I knew you'd know that. So we got a question from the audience. How many states did you show in last year?
Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, Oklahoma, Ohio.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Oklahoma, yeah, because of Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's quite a few states.
We've shown in Tennessee before. I liked that. That was fun.
Yeah,
We went
Tennessee's.
to Minnesota once, and for that spook, it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was up there this last year for that. I judged that. You weren't there this last year, were you?
Yeah.
Were you? Okay, we'll see.
No, I was
Or 2 years
in
ago.
23.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. I felt bad for a minute. I'm like, well, I didn't know, but I try not to remember. When you're judging, you don't want to always remember, who's afterwards, so in case you got to judge them again or whatever. So.
Yeah, Mag was number 3 in the nation in 2030. So.
Oh, were you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. So, how many POAs do you have at home?
5.
5? And you showed most
Yep.
of them, I think.
Yeah, I showed most of them except for the baby I have. He's a yearling now, but.
Okay. Which one's that?
Mama's Massive Cat.
Okay.
All of Simply Irresistible.
Oh, okay. Out of the broodmare. All right.
Yep. And Casper.
And Cass. Okay. So
Yeah.
is Thank You Next going to become your junior pony?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. That's a good horse.
I showed her this year, but I'm gonna show her in the hunt seat and stuff this year.
Okay.
Just showed her in the pleasure last year.
Yeah, because she's actually 3 now, isn't she? Because I'm looking at the 24 results. So, all right, let's see if we got any more viewer questions. We have a few people watching us, so tens of thousands. No, not really, Maci. It's POAs. So, but there's quite a few people watching. So, I didn't want to make you nervous. So, number 2 in the nation in junior pleasure. Okay, wow. Well,
Yeah.
do you want to give a shout out to some of your friends or some people that help you,
Yes.
get to you where you're going?
Thanks to Weasel and Kate and Gary Conrad. They helped a lot. And thanks to Mom and Dad for getting me everywhere. And
Who does the most driving? Your dad or your mom?
my mom. My dad doesn't really. Most of the time, it's just me and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, last year I had a steer in the cooler, so he didn't really come to me because he had to stay home and take care of him.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of truck do you guys have? Tell me it's a
We
Ram.
have GMC.
Oh, we gotta go. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's okay. So actually, where I work, down 45 miles from here, we sell GMC and Chevys too. The Jackson's family does. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sitting in a place called Studio J at a place called Jackson's Auto Family. So I work at a car dealership. So and I sell Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram here, and then like I say, they sell GMC. But it's a long way to drive from Indiana to Oklahoma to pick up a pickup. So
Yeah.
all right, well. You got anything else you want to add? We can talk about music a little more. Do you like Bon Jovi?
Yeah. Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. I heard 2 Pearl Jam songs on the way to work today because it was 2 for Tuesday, and they played Daughter and something else. So isn't that funny? Because I probably only hear a couple songs on the way to work because otherwise they talk, So.
And I'd like to thank my friends for all the shows because that makes it pretty fun too.
Yeah, that's a big thing, isn't it? When you have friends, and I imagine you've made friends for all over, more than just from Indiana at this point.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're excited? This is your last year in the middle group, so.
Yeah.
10 to 13. So it used to be, when I was younger, was showing it was 8 and under, 9 through 12. And then 13 through 18. So my brain's got to think a minute before I say, when I say 10 to 13. And then you'll be a couple years, you'll be the low man on the totem pole. But that's all right. The people will be intimidated by you. They'll be like, oh, here comes that number 1 in the nation kid. coming into 14 to 18. And then you'll be on Thank You Next, and they'll be like, uh-oh, moving up to a bigger horse. So.
Yeah. She's fun. I like her.
How big is Maggie? She don't look very tall.
56 inches.
50? Oh, she is. Okay, yeah. I mean, she don't look real small, but she doesn't look. She looks pretty stout in that picture where you're chasing the calf there.
She likes that.
Yeah, she looks like she does. Her tail straight out in the air, and she's digging.
Always is.
Yeah, for the little tail she's got, that's fine. We won't pick on her. She's a celebrity now, so you can't take that away from her.
Yeah, she's the one I can put anyone on, and all my friends.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like your non-horse friends and stuff when they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes care of them.
Yeah, tell them she's a celebrity you're riding. So we got to give a shout out. They call it the Traveling Trophy in memory of Jan or just the Gold Rush. I mean, Jan, just the Gold Rush. So that's the name of the trophy that you're winning. So give a shout out to that horse.
She's pretty great. It was dark out one night, and I put my friend Avery on her, and she just rides to the farm. We rode through the woods.
Just like any old pack horse, huh?
Yeah.
Just don't put a flag in front of her when she's riding her barrel. She might take off.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I like this picture for the trail class there where she's got her ears perked up and her head. She's got her head down, like she's...
Yeah, loves trail.
Loves trail. I can see that. She's looking at the bridge and the poles there. You can tell that she loves trail.
Yeah.
So. Do you like trail?
Yes, I love trail.
Do you? Do you do ranch trail?
No, something I really want to do.
Yeah.
Sounds like trail.
Well, this side of the country, that's a little more popular, than.
Yeah, I think we could do some speed trail too. That'd be fun.
Speed trail, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll have to add that. You'll have to come to a board meeting, and say you want to add that. We already got like 300 classes on the schedule for Congress. So, are you going to Dubuque, Iowa, to the awards banquet?
Yes.
Okay, I hope so, because you got to pick up that big, heavy trophy. So.
Yeah.
I'll be there if you need help carrying it back to the table. So,
all right.
You need I'm sure you got enough friends and people to help you, but just in case. You might not recognize me, but you might hear my voice. So if you hear my voice, come over and say hi. Okay.
I will.
Say, hey, this is the person that was on your show, and you said I'm in the top 5. So because of your POA choices and your music choices. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got any more goats? Any baby goats coming the next couple days?
Hopefully. Or one more.
Are you going to raise any? You did raise a baby already. It sounds like a POA baby, or was that out of Simply Irresistible?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're going to breed her again.
Okay, that's cool. Might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I ride her too.
Yeah. You ride her too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of her. I think I might have seen her in person, but. Yeah. So you're going to show her baby this year? It's coming a yearling now, or it'll be a 2?
Yeah, I think Liesel's going to.
Oh, okay.
In hand and stuff.
You're lucky you're surrounded by good people there.
Yes, very.
Liesel's a very good trainer, and she's listening tonight. She's the one that said number 2 in the nation in Junior Pleasure. So, like I said, my highlighter ran out of yellow stuff. Whatever that yellow stuff is in a highlighter, I got to like page 8, and I said I've already highlighted a bunch here. So, last couple pages I didn't highlight anything. But I highlighted the main one on page 7. So the top 10 pony. Yep, I got that done. So. All right. Well, I look forward to meeting you in a couple weeks or next week.
Too.
Yeah, I'll see you. I'll be there Friday all day for the board meeting, and then the thing that night, and then of course Saturday. And I'll be cheering for you.
Okay, thank you.
When you pick up all your awards. So all right. Well, I want to thank your mom for sending me the pictures again and letting you be on here, and thank you for coming on here. I know, and you didn't seem nervous or anything. So.
No, not really.
At 13, I was playing video games, so I don't know if I could have went on we didn't have podcasts back then, so we had computers, but we didn't have podcasts. So. All right, Maci, thank you so much for being on here.
Yep,
And,
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. That was Maci Scher from Indiana, and her pony MRF out of the blue, barn named Maggie. Earned over 8,000 points last year in 2024 in POA competition. You see she's got a bright future ahead of her with other POAs too, and it sounds like they're raising some. I was excited to learn that she lives on a farm there, and they had 2 goats born this morning and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. So you never know. I never talked to her until 2 minutes before this podcast, and that kind of keeps it real, you know. Instead of coaching somebody what to say or whatever, or feeding them a bunch of questions, it's kind of cool when you can just come on and talk like that. So next week, a lot of us will be headed to Iowa to the banquet and the meetings and all that stuff. I am going to do a podcast before I leave, though. I'll be leaving Thursday morning. Hopefully the weather is nice to go up there. It's almost as far for me to go to Dubuque as it is to Indianapolis because it's so far north, and then it's also east of me too. So I think it's maybe 50 miles less going up to Dubuque than it is to Indianapolis. So, but next Tuesday night, David Wood will be my guest. We're going to be talking about the POAs from the 70s and maybe the early 80s. He grew up in California, and we'll be talking about a book that was written about POAs and stuff from California, and just his generation. And, you know, we won't make fun of the clothes back in the 70s or anyways, just like I don't make fun of the hairdos from the 80s. I had a lot of friends that were girls and stuff in high school that had those big poofy hairdos. Well, in the 70s, they had their own hairdos and the bell-bottom pants and stuff, but that's fun looking back. That's part of history, looking at all that stuff. So a quick show again tonight, just a half an hour, but that's fine. They don't all have to be 3 hours. I want to thank everybody for watching. And again, thank you, Maci, for coming on and being a good sport and being our special guest. I want to give her, now that she's off the air, but I still want to give her a round of applause for winning High Point in the Nation pony, and also for being a guest on the show tonight. And then also I want to thank our sponsor, sponsored in part by Jackson's Auto Family, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, and GMC.
Come join the family.
Come join the family. We do have great financing, and we also have delivery available. So if you know me and trust me and want to buy a vehicle from me, but you don't live in Enid, Oklahoma, that's fine. We have drivers. We actually have an ex-horse photographer and farrier who's retired, and he actually took a picture of Impressive back in the day when he was in Edmond, Oklahoma, the horse, and that's a cool picture. I know you've seen that. It was published in the Quarter Horse Journal, so that's one of our drivers. So we talk about horses pretty much every day. So we have a fleet of drivers that go around and deliver vehicles. I've sold vehicles probably in about 10 to 12 states, so all over the country. So, all right, everybody, it's 7 o'clock. It's going to start snowing here in a little while if it isn't already. Everybody be safe weather-wise. And I'll talk to you next week before we go to the convention and try to pump some people up before we go to the banquet and get to see people live up in Iowa. So thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the song. See you next week for episode 104.
My BFF is a POA. We go together like PB and J. It takes talent, it takes brains, reaching up together with a set of friends. Don't get down with just a saddle up. Sounds a minute rhythm of the war right now. Our partners in potentiality. My pony and me. Come join the family.